Frankie, we have some macaroni and cheese today from the... Frankie, we're here back again today with part 3 of Expiring Macs. We've got 3 Kraft macaroni and cheeses that we haven't tried yet. Today on BoxMac. BoxMac.
We've never done spirals on the show ever,
Because
right?
we're trying to save them for the Festival of Spirals.
But sometimes Macs expire. August 3rd, 2015.
That's a little old.
This is old.
I guess we're gonna give it a try then, aren't we? This is not really fair to Spiral Macs.
Come on, it'll be fine.
Okay, this is the most disappointing Mac ever. Cheddar Explosion Kraft macaroni and
I've never
cheese.
even heard of it.
Take
That's
a
what
look
it is.
At how much butter this takes.
A half a tablespoon?
Yes. Take a look at how much this one takes.
4 tablespoons.
Yes. 1/8 of what a typical box takes.
All that's really going on here is that there's more cheese sauce.
Well, it does take a half cup of milk.
And are these spirals? They're advertising a spiral.
It might be spiral shaped.
And the footnote is more cheese sauce as prepared compared to our spirals, which are pretty darn cheesy in their own respect. Who wrote this? You?
Okay, so there are actually 2 spiral-based pastas here. That's kind of incredible.
Yeah.
Kind of amazing.
Well, what's the date on this sucker?
February 24th. And this one's in date. No, it's not. February 4th. They're all expired.
You've never had a white cheddar before?
Not the Kraft White Cheddar. This is actually sold alongside brands like 3 Cheese and Thick and Creamy. This is actually the largest box that Krafts makes in a dry, which is 7.3 ounces. You've actually had a lot of good white cheddar Macs by now. You know, and that's what else can be said about it? Nothing. This was $1.79 for this particular one. You can probably get it for $1.30. We paid a little bit of a premium in the $1.09 range, and this one is in the same.
Things that advertise themselves as extra cheesy.
Yeah.
You're having extra cheese.
Sure.
You think pizza.
Yes.
You think certain kinds of chips, Doritos, that sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
My favorite extra cheese item.
Sure.
Flavor blasted goldfish.
Oh, they're good. You ever been to the Pepperidge Farm thrift store?
No, should we go?
We should, definitely. It's a little tiny store. It's not very big.
With Pepperidge Farm.
Yeah. We live inside the Pepperidge Farm factory. And you can buy everything there. It's really cheap. Great little store. I love it.
And?
In addition, there's actually some products you can get there that you can't really find anywhere else. Like Pepperidge Farm soups, frozen soups that are meant for food service.
How about a barrel of crackers?
Oh yeah, you can get that too if you want.
Why don't you compare the nutrition here? Because this has all that extra cheese.
The white cheddar is definitely the least good for you at 400 calories per serving. That's pretty high,
What the heck is in there?
That's actually one of the highest I've seen. Spirals comes next at 330 calories a serving, and this one's actually the lowest at 300 calories a serving. So there was a period of time at which Kraft decided to do super low prep directions to try to make the product appear more healthy. Sales went down, I think. The reason that they stopped doing it is because it actually makes the Mac taste pretty lousy.
Now, is it fair to say that all of these would have the artificial food dyes?
Yes, this one does. This one does, and I don't know if the white cheddar actually does.
Beta carotene.
Beta carotene is a natural product. It would be listed last. Yeah, they definitely don't. So this one actually has no artificial coloring.
My dad was watching one of these and we were saying, oh yeah, this doesn't have cheese. It only has the whey protein. And he was like, isn't that cheese?
Sorta. There's government definitions of what cheese is, and whey protein by itself does not meet that definition. It's a near cheese, almost a cheese. Almost a cheese.
My dad likes to watch you and he goes, imagine what's going on in his brain.
Your father comes out with the most fascinating, like he has such a depth of understanding that just plows through everything. Historic event, 3 Macs, no rapid.
3 racks, no.
3 racks, no Mac it. This is kind of like a corkscrew, big spiral. This is from the Cheddar Explosion.
Should we compare the spirals?
Yes.
These are tiny.
Those are the saddest looking spirals I've ever seen. Wow, they're just tiny twists.
I appreciate that Kraft, when they do have extra cheese, they want to have an extra spiral with it.
All right. The white cheddar just has a standard tenderoni pasta. Nothing that interesting. Do you know what the term tenderoni pasta is, Frankie?
No.
Have we ever talked about that before?
We've never talked about it before.
I'm sorry, my voice is dying. Tenderoni is actually a type of fast cooking pasta that is that tiny little non-curved elbow. That actually originated from a company called the Tenderoni Company, who actually was the one who came to Kraft and said, we want to combine our tenderoni pasta with some of your cheese to make Kraft dinner. There actually is still a tenderoni brand of macaroni and cheese on a tiny island in the South Pacific, and I tried to write them and get a box, and they were not interested in talking to me.
They didn't reply?
Didn't reply. I sent them 2 emails.
We have a friend who is married to a born and bred Italian woman.
Italian woman.
Will Rogan, his wife Sylvia.
Yep.
She binges on the show. She's an actual
A
Italian
real Italian
person who eats and cooks in Italy. I thought maybe it would be very interesting to have her on.
That would be so much fun.
She also was positively livid about our opinions on Annie's.
Really? But it's so bland, Frankie.
I agree. Although I've actually, for personal use, pre-nutritarian diet, I bought a few boxes of the aged cheddar Annie's over and over. I kept checking with myself. It is indeed quite bland.
You wanted to make sure.
I never walked away from it hating it.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, did I like it or didn't I? I guess you should know whether or not you liked something.
Yeah, I agree.
There are times in life where you didn't give something a proper shot.
Like what?
In my life, it tends to be movies. You know, you see a movie once, you go, it was okay, and then a couple years later, you watch it again under different circumstances, maybe with different time pressures, because sometimes you want to kind of get out of a movie.
Yeah.
Or you're not paying attention, you get something distracting you, and you go, wow, this movie's way better than I remember it being.
Roger Ebert used to say, a bad viewing experience of a movie can totally ruin a great film.
Yeah. I hate to say it because there's so many things to try, and you never want to try something twice.
Yeah.
But, sometimes you gotta try something
That's
twice.
fascinating.
I don't know if mac and cheese has that level of complexity to it.
No, I don't think so.
Art does, you know? That's how people are able to get away with modern art. They're like, well, you're not seeing it just right. They can appeal to that fact.
That's right.
That you might have missed something.
Yeah.
And trick you, scam you. EJ and I, we were in the same Masters of Fine Arts program.
Yes.
For filmmaking. Good Lord, there was a lot of BS. It was a lot of, like, raw footage. There's a lot of just people shooting, like, their friend talking to the camera, and then they'd show it in the workshop class and be like, I don't know, I'm still working this out. Then I'd come in with something that was actually edited and mixed and had an actor in it, and then they'd actually have like the tools to criticize it. Then they're like, well, that joke didn't work, and that was underlit. It was like, yeah, only because now there are actual standards.
See.
And you'd think that like the professor would be good enough to be like, I'm sorry, this is raw footage, this is BS.
Well, trying to criticize art is a very dangerous, slippery slope, right?
Especially if you too are a BS artist. In the technical arts, like filmmaking, there are technical things you could criticize.
Yes, but it doesn't sound like that happened at your film program.
You have to achieve a technical standard to have a technical critique.
That's right.
And if you just stay below that, way below it,
You're safe, I guess.
you are. After the Icelandic episode where it wasn't much of an Icelandic episode. We had Icelandic back, it was good.
Yeah, it was good.
We were talking about Bjork, and EJ showed us this crazy clip of Bjork disassembling a television.
I've switched the TV off, and now I want to see how it operates. This is what it looks like. Look at this. This looks like a city.
Frankie, I'd like to point out to you how nicely labeled this package of white cheddar cheese sauce mix
That's
is.
nice. If they all were like that.
It would make life a lot easier. It has medium, small, and large pot. You just circle one.
Ah, genius.
Kraft, could you get on that, please?
Do you think that expired Macs are more starchy? Is that possible?
No, I don't think that has anything to do with it.
Okay, just spreading rumors. These are going to be mush.
Oh,
look at this.
Is it ready? Frankie, I'm going to put you in charge of spiral prep here.
Of pirate prep?
Spiral prep. Oh, the noodles are so disappointing. And I actually remember these noodles from my childhood. It's not like they've gotten worse.
Have you ever gone for spirals when you were...
Never. Because they cook up like this. Though this spiral actually has me a little bit interested, this Cheddar Explosion one. Because they're kind of like real spirals, big spirals.
We've talked about the Boston Market corkscrew.
Kraft does actually have one corkscrew mac. Our half cup of milk for the Cheddar Explosion mac. That's as much milk as you'd put in a thick and creamy, by the way. Tons of cheese sauce in this packet, Frankie. I didn't weigh it, Frankie. Zach, whatever.
Frankie Zach?
Whatever your name is over there.
I like the guy who said that he was calling his girlfriend Frankie when cooking in the...
Cameraman Frankie. Audio guy Frankie. Internet guest visitor Frankie. But it still looks thin and watery.
I'm sorry, did you say that there's a major cost difference between the...
These are all a little bit more expensive than your normal one. The white cheddar is the most expensive of them all here.
The extra cheese, I think, is going to go a long way.
Yeah?
Look at it. It's nice and...
It is actually very cheesy.
When you were a kid, you ever throw a Velveeta single on Mac?
I definitely did.
I used to.
You used to go to OCB, obviously, enjoy the mac. They would always make the mac and they put a thin layer of cheese on top.
Right.
Remember that?
Right. OCB is gone.
Completely
Old
gone.
Country Buffet is completely gone.
Well, completely gone from our area anyway. The Dartmouth one that we went to for so many years, totally gone.
Murder Buffet. And that includes the hometown buffets, right? I mean,
Yes. Almost almost all of them closed.
I never really cared for them, except the mac was awesome. And, you know, make your own dessert bar is very nice.
Yes. Look at this Cheddar Explosion one, though. There's so much cheese trapped up in those noodles that I'm a little bit excited.
I got a fork. What's your fork got to do with me?
Well, what should we try first, Frankie?
The least tasty and the most expired? We don't want this aging for another second.
It is darker, for sure.
It tastes like, you know, Kraft Original.
Yeah.
With spirals. And a little bit sour, probably from the expiration.
Yeah.
I'm done.
It's not nearly as bad as that older one was, but I think that's what you'd find is they start to expire, because this is now 7 months out of date. And
here we are eating it.
Why did we do this whole show concept?
Because we can't leave any mac unturned.
I know.
Well, we know what that is. I took a couple bites. I simulated it being in date. You know, it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. I feel like people will be dissatisfied with that explanation, but
look, I rate it alongside Kraft Original. Okay, this is white cheddar.
yeah. Oh, it's good.
It's really good, but it's very white cheddar.
Yep, very nice and creamy. I've never had this before, but it's definitely in line with the other premium macs, like 3 Cheese.
We've had lots of other brand macs here on the show, and they don't always taste like what they're saying they taste like.
No.
Compare this to like the Trader Joe's white cheddar.
Yeah, way better. Pasta's just your basic pasta. Still, I really like it.
How is it that people are still duped by things like Trader Joe's and when the Kraft will do you?
Yeah.
This is extra, Cheddar Explosion.
Cheddar Explosion, this is from the Chicago box.
What's with the bland cheese flavor? Is it because there's no butter flavor in this?
And it is just Kraft original cheese, though. There's just more of it.
This shouldn't taste bland. I just went into a whole thing about how they advertise it accurately, and I was wrong.
It's quite a bit better than the Spirals, and it's quite a bit better than Kraft original.
It's really, really toned down flavor-wise.
Yeah, from the white cheddar, way down.
It's okay, but white cheddar's the best here.
Yeah,
Go
by
back
far
to the
the
white cheddar
best.
real quick. It's so much more flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can actually tell it's white cheddar.
What I should have said was when it comes to their premiums, they always nail the premiums.
Yeah.
We like the Chipotle premium.
Yeah, every single premium, actually, we've had them all now. I think we've tried every single
Kraft
one.
premiums, the extra creamy.
Extra cheesy, and 3 Cheese,
of course.
They're really good. The thing is, Spirals, though, is actually sold as a premium. You can tell all the premiums have a banner at the bottom.
Well, that might be the one BS.
Because all it is spiral-shaped pasta, and it's really just a twist. Definitely stick with the white cheddar. Give the white cheddar a try. The other two, we got some store brands, Frankie. We're gonna try out store brand Deluxe Macs. We're gonna check those out next time on the Boxed Macaroni and Cheese web series. Television program with an E at the end for Britishness.
Previously, Frankie and Junt got spiced up with Chipotle and jalapeno bold flavors. Then, go inside the heart of darkness and buy some retro video games at the random flea market. Good night and good luck.